The New York Times is reporting that former President Biden told them that he had orally granted all the pardons and commutations issued at the end of his term, meaning he did not personally sign the official warrants for clemency. Biden told the Times that he did, in fact, make every single one of the clemency decisions himself, but says that the autopen was used to sign the warrants since there were a lot of them. Now, according to the Times, Biden called Trump and Republicans liars for saying he was incapacitated and his aides used the autopen without his authorization. Alicia, I see you're shaking your head. Your response to this?
Well, I have so many responses to this because we're supposed to believe this at this point. It's really hard to swallow that statement there, that he said that he made the decision on, quote, every single one, when we know from so much reporting that there was a limit to his time where people had access to him. So there were decisions that were made, quote unquote, after hours. We know that for a fact. And so to say that it was every single one, I'm going to have to see the receipts on this one because, and this is the question before Congress right now. They're trying to figure it out. That's why we have a line of aides and staffers coming up to testify. Who knows what we'll find out, but it's an interesting statement.
David can barely sit in his chair. You guys aren't seeing this at home. He is literally dying to get in here, David.
You're both onto something American people need to pay attention. Time, math. How many commutations and pardons in one day, and how many hours would it take for him to do this individually? It strains incredulity. Remember Hillary Clinton said willing suspension of disbelief? Just do the math on what it would take for him to do that individually when he couldn't cognitively get through more than a few hours a day of work.
You know, why weigh in on this now? I mean, isn't this just adding fuel to the fire?
Exactly what was going through my mind, Lisa, because these individuals, look, Ron Klain, others are expected to go up and be deposed on Capitol Hill. And, you know, he is not doing them any favors. I mean, look, we watched the former president fight with the short stairs on airplanes, stages at, across the country, fighting with teleprompters. It was all very evident in front of us, and now he's choosing to fight with the autopen because he doesn't like it.
But notice something he said there.
Yeah.
His exact words matter. It's very lawyer-like and Clinton-like. I orally did this. This is why, watch very carefully, because I've seen this play from the Clintons, from others. They come out and they make a very clear lawyer but somewhat ambiguous statement that you really can't challenge and prove. Orally is a key word.
By the way, as the journalist in me, so it's worth noting that the interview, we're told, from the New York Times was only about 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Didn't want to expose himself too long because, surely the New York Times is wanting to know, too, like, okay, if we sit with him for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, will this become confusing for him? Will he exhibit some of that mental acuity decline? But apparently, this interview with the New York Times is only about 10 minutes, we're told.
It's a tightly controlled dodge.
Well, where's this heading, Alicia?
Well, I think it's heading to I don't recall. This is a setup for his aides once they get in there before the committees and they start answering questions when they say, oh, so what about this act of clemency here? Do you recall him orally telling you? It's very easy for them to say, to be able to, relieve themselves of any sort of commitment to the truth by saying, I don't recall.
Remember the elderly man with Robert Hur? I mean, this is setting up the you're right on. I'm going to put that money on in Vegas that you're right. This is setting up the I don't recall, the ambiguous statements, and what do you have to prove?
Although that made me so mad because he took the classified documents when he was a vice president, or when he was a United States senator, and then when he was a vice president, when he was completely with it. So that really frustrated me from the special counsel, Robert Hur. Griff, does this signal to you that someone's a little bit worried about these investigations that are taking place on Capitol Hill?
Oh, you bet. You bet. What is the motivation?
By someone, I mean Biden.
And by the way, here, this is the sort of stuff I'm talking about, that out in Colorado Springs, it was all on full display, Lisa. But But now, listen, I can understand and appreciate, particularly if Dr. Jill Biden or others that are close to the former president are worried about his legacy being tarnished. But at the same time, there is no motivation to speak directly to the New York Times about this matter when your former aides are going up under oath on Capitol Hill. And so I think I think Alicia is onto something. I think there's some sort of calculation here that tie the two together, but I don't think it's going to work out to at least the former president's end of maybe trying to convince people something other than what we all saw with our eyes.
But they already know this.
Yeah.
The person who testifies, Jill Biden, the person who was always next to him, not just Ron Klain. And it's not what you allege, it's what you can prove. That's how they try to get away with it.
Well, it certainly raises the stakes for the House Oversight Committee.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.